Hello fellow traders, Marv Eisen here from Timeless Dollar Trading Academy. And in this video, I just want to do a repeat of a video I did just about a week or so ago about how to trade more conservatively so that you don't lose money on as many trades as you might be. And so I start out every day using my Taylor calculator to draw a rectangle of the area where the market is likely to trade. Now I do this using the Taylor trading zone that I calculate using my Taylor calculator tool. And if you've seen my previous videos, you know I rely on this very, very much. If you want to find out more about that, check it out on my site at timelessdollar.com. Let's go back to the chart. There are 20 points between each horizontal line on this chart. Now, the S&P has been very, very volatile, very wide trading range over the past couple of weeks due to the tariffs being taken on, tariffs being taken off, raised, lowered, delayed, postponed, who knows. But the market has been gyrating wildly in a range much higher than normal. And so this is the trading range for Monday, April 14th. And I want you to notice something very, very particular if you want to be a more conservative trader. More conservative meaning more likely to win than to lose. Now, you'll notice that prices started up at 9:30 right here at 54.93, just about at the top of the calculated trading zone. So this was a good day for me to take a trade to the downside. And why? Well, first of all, again, as I said, the trading zone is the area where prices are likely to trade. Okay, so that's hint number one. Hint number two, stochastics is overbought at this level. And so that is another indication that either they're going to go higher or lower, but they're already overbought, so they might go lower. I'm tending to see that they're going to go lower. And number three, you'll notice that the previous day's close, this horizontal line, is way below where price is starting out at 54.93. And so that gives me a lot of indication that the market is going to go down and close the gap. And the gap is way, way down. Remember, 20 points on each horizontal line. And so the day progressed, and let me replay it for you, although you've already seen it. As the day progressed, prices came into the upper part of the trading zone, and quickly moved down, then back up. Now you have to have a leap of faith here. Now, where is the point that you're going to get off if you're wrong? The point is if prices take out the high rather, 54.93. If prices take out this high, you get off. Assuming you get on around 54.93, 54.90, somewhere around there. So the chances of losing money on this particular day, less likely, more conservative to trade. So let's progress. Prices continue, and this is about, I'm going to stop here. Now I'm going to put my cursor right here. It's 11:18. 11:18, we're already an hour and 3/4 into the trading day. And so are prices going to go down? Well, they're already down. They're well into the trading zone, right? They're not up over the trading zone. And so we want to see if prices are going to continue down into the trading zone. And sure enough, they did. They went down there. And I'm going to stop here because prices over here closed the gap, and that's where you would get off normally, because if you made this trade, if you took this trade at 54.85, somewhere around there, and prices moved down to 53.90, that is a 95-point gain, my friends. So let me close off the replay because we don't need to see this for the rest of the video. I'm going to go back to Monday, where I was. Here's Monday. And again, as I said, we're talking about conservative trading. Prices started up at the top of the trading zone, the area where prices are likely to trade, and prices moved down into the trading zone, closed the gap. That was the trade. Forget about the afternoon trade. Remember, there are 2 trades to every day. You have to separate the morning from afternoon. Not each day is a trend day. In fact, most days are not trend days. Trend days meaning they go from one end to the other, continuously in one direction throughout the trading day. So let's go to Tuesday, April 15th. Now, prices started out right at the previous day's close. For me, that's not a good day to trade because prices are already in equilibrium. They can go up, they can go down. I can say more about this, but I'm just going to suggest a day like this, when prices start out in the middle of the trading zone, right at the point of equilibrium, better not to trade. Let's go to the next day, Wednesday, April 16th. Prices were nowhere near the trading zone. Prices traded down for the rest of the day, not in the trading zone. Were they going to close the gap? Well, there's a possibility over here. And so here was the intraday high in the morning at 9:36. Prices made a high at 53.86. Okay, and if you felt that prices were going to close the gap, you'd get on somewhere around. Well, you wouldn't get on here when they were going down. You'd probably get on over here. All right, because here they tested and didn't take out the low at 9:57. And so you might feel that prices were going to close the gap up here. They didn't. So where was the point of resistance where you just close off the trade? Point of resistance was right over here when prices fell down below the previous intraday high at 53.86. So not too bad. I mean, about 8 or so point loss if you got on somewhere over here and you got off here when prices basically took out the previous day's high but didn't continue. So you take your loss there and that was it. Again, we're talking about conservative trading. Here on Thursday, April 17th. Now on Thursday, April 17th, again, prices started off pretty much in the middle of the trading zone, pretty close to the previous day's close, which is equilibrium. Again, not a safe day to trade. I mean, you could play it, you could trade it if you want to, but I'm talking about trading conservatively. So again, on these 4 days, and prices basically didn't trade on Friday, Good Friday. So again, of these 4 days, the only conservative day to trade was Monday. And you can see it here clearly. Prices were up at the top of the trading zone. The stochastics was overbought. And the equilibrium, the previous day's close, was well down here. Good indication that prices are going to close the gap and trade well down into the trading zone. So that's my video for today. Thanks so much for watching. Trade safely, and I'll see you in my next video. And remember, if you're interested in the Taylor calculator, check it out at my site at timelessdollar.com. It's an invaluable tool. I only use that and the stochastics to generate when I'm going to take a trade, together with the 6 trade setups that you'll learn in my course, if you want to check that out as well. And if you want to check out my free course, yes, I have a free course, how to avoid the pitfalls and traps that cause losses for newbie traders and even traders with some more experience. Thanks again for watching. Trade safely, and I'll see you in my next video.